Hi everybody, Carrie Ann here with Stampin' on the Bright Side, here with you for a fabulous and fun, adorable 3D Thursday treat box, gift box, whatever you want to use it for. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of one that I made earlier. I made several earlier, different colors. And so we're going to do this one with Calypso Coral. We're using the Bird Ballad paper. All these papers are from Bird Ballad. And let's get started. We're going to scrap. So let's just get started with the measurement. Sorry, I'm babbling a little bit. So this is 8 inches by 4.5 inches, and we're going to score each side at 1 inch, and then we're going to score 3.5 and 4.5. And I'll go back over that with you in just a second. Your DSP is cut at 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 for the top piece. And then you have 2 3/8 by 7/8 for each of the side panel pieces. And then I just cut a one of the scallops from Layering Circles, and I don't know what the size is. I usually just eyeball it, so I really don't pay that much attention. It looks like it's about 2 3/16 maybe. Let's just say about 2 1/4 approximately, and then a stitched circle. And the stitch circle is 1 7/8. And then I have a scrap piece that I've been working with just for the sentiment, and then I fussy cut one of the birds from one of the Bird Ballad sheets of Designer Series paper. Alright, so let's go ahead and score and cut our box. I'm going to show you what the box is going to kind of look like once we score it. So here's the layout for it. This will be on my blog. All of this will be on my blog, including the video. Okay, so let me get my scoring tool. I'm going to try to make sure this is in the shot. I'm still getting a kind of a feel for where my shot actually is. Okay, so like I said, we're doing 1 inch on all sides. Actually, you could do 1 3.5. And then you can do 1 3.5 again, and that will be perfect. And then 1 inch on the portrait on either side. Okay. We're going to use our bone folder to burnish that down. And what you're looking for is the side that the bump is on. That's the side you're folding in. It seems like that should be the wrong way, but it's not. It works out perfectly that way. You'll notice a difference if you try to fold it the other way. It feels more resistant, but it really just works better this way. Alright, so we're going to do some trimming. So let me bring this back. I hope you can see these pencil marks. I didn't trace them out in pen this time. So I'm just using my paper snips, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this end first. We're going to cut off these 2 squares on either side. Okay, so cut this one, and then we're going to notch that out a little bit. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut here, and then we're going to notch this just a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut all these score lines on either side. Okay, so I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to notch the small flap, the little square flap, not the rectangular flap, just on this end. Is the only end we're doing that on. So notch the little square, cut straight on the score line. Okay, and I'm going to cut straight here and notch. And then I'm going to notch it on the end as well. Oops. Okay. And I'm just going to do the same thing running back this way. I'm going to notch this end, notch, cut straight. Cut straight and notch, notch, cut straight, and then I already did that other side, and I have one little bit more of cutting to do. These flaps will get into the way. So this is the end. This is where our flap to fold in is going to be. These need to be shorter on either side, just like this right here. So I said 1/2 inch. I cut it about 1/2. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just that when you go to tuck the lid in, this will get caught on the things that you have put into your box, And also it'll get caught against the flaps that you're gluing inside too. So you'll see that in just a second. All right, so let me clean my little workspace here. Okay. All right, so we have almost what we were supposed to have. We need to corner around this. So I'm using my my detailed triple, and it will not fit in just like this because of this right here. So just fold it in and then fit this like it's supposed to be and punch, and do the same thing on the other side. And I may have to trim that a little bit. It may not tuck in like it's supposed to. Okay. All right. Let me do this side the same way. Tuck that in and punch. I love this punch. It's so smooth and it's so easy to use. My shoulder is not a happy shoulder. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere our DSP pieces on, and I'm just going to use liquid glue for that. This is the bottom of your box. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn it this way. This is the bottom of your box. This is the top. We're going to glue DSP to the top. We're not putting anything on the bottom. You can if you want to, but I'm not. Okay. Okay, so this goes on the top. You can position it however you want to, but we're going to put another layering piece on top, so most of that's not going to show, so it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And I'm going to go ahead and do all 4 of these and hope that my fan, we don't have the air conditioner running yet. We're going to have to start though, because I just feel like we shouldn't be sweating standing still. That's kind of what happens up here. I'm up in our attic loft area, and so it does get very hot up here. I just keep a fan. I try to open the window sometimes, but you know, bugs, it's Florida, bugs come in. I'm afraid the cat's gonna get up there and then fall 2 stories because he's a klutz. Okay, put these on these flaps. It's gonna seem weird, it's gonna seem like it's not right, but it really is. And this is so easy. Once you get it, I mean, you saw, once you get it cut and then scored, and then glue these together, the thing that took the longest was the fussy cutting of all the flowers and birds that I did today. If you're just doing one of these, it won't take very long at all. If you're doing several, you might want to come up with a different plan, unless you don't mind, you know, maybe like fussy cutting while you're binge watching something. I think I'm going to make these for the ladies in my church. I haven't seen them in a while. They've had church services the last couple of Sundays, and I've watched on Facebook Live. I haven't gone to service, and some people have. We have a lot of elderly members and some that are infirmed, so we have a lot of people that aren't going. I am not in the highest risk group. I'm just in a risk group with asthma and an autoimmune disease. So, but I'm hoping that mystery illness I had in November was actually COVID, and it's done, and I have antibodies now. I'm hoping that's true. And I'm hoping that I was exhausted, so, and it was Christmas break, so I really didn't come into contact with a lot of people. We bought everything we needed. Of course, we were probably asymptomatic at first, so we may have come into contact with people to start with, and I probably got it from school. Probably from kids that went on a cruise or something, maybe over Thanksgiving break. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Sorry, I tainted my video with a bad subject. So let's focus on the pretty stuff now. So we're almost done. We just want to kind of make sure that these are all adhered well. The liquid glue only takes a few seconds to set. You just want to make sure that nothing slides around while it's setting. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and try to, you know what I forgot to do, and I do this every time. I forgot to notch. You want to put a notch here. So I was going to use this as my 3/4 inch punch. It doesn't fit very well, but I think it'll be fine. We'll do it. You should do that first, but I guess it doesn't matter. I would like a bigger notch there, and I'll show you what it's for. So once you close this up, and I think I want to notch this more too. So let's cut a wider diagonal here on these. because I could see when I was trying to close it up, it was really coming into contact with my flap. Okay, there we go. So now we have it closed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the topper. I don't know what I just stepped on. Oops, hope it wasn't anything important. I don't know what would be down there that would make that noise. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the stitched circle to the scallop circle. Like I said, the most time-consuming detailed thing that I did was cutting the bird out, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. I'm going to pop him up so he stands out a little bit, and put one right there. Okay. So we'll go right, yeah, we'll go right there. I think that'll be good. Okay, and now I'm just going to use this piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to stamp hello. This is also from the Bird Ballad stamp set, which is really cute. So let me show it to you. Okay, that works out good. This is my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. It's one of my favorite inks to use. And so here is the Bird Ballad stamp set. So we're the best of friends. Hello, the world needs more of you. Thanks for being you. This would be really good. Thank you would be really good on it. Hello. So you could actually stamp the bird and color him yourself. You could do some flowers. You could do this whole little string of birds, just these. But you would still have to fussy cut these out because this didn't have dies to go with it. Not that I remembered. I looked back and I didn't see any. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this out with my snips. And of course I'm going to keep this because there's still white space here, and also I have this, and I think I might want to do a layering oval and finish coloring that and use it on another card. Waste not, want not. Alright, so I need, okay, depending on where the bird was, which bird I chose, is where I'm going to do a banner, a little tiny hand cut banner. And so that's what I was checking. Depending on which way the bird is, which side of the circle, you'll see in just a minute when I show you the other samples. That determines where I want my banner to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up the middle just a little ways, and then I'm going to cut from each corner to the end spot. And that's going to make my banner. Of course, you could attach this to a sticky note and you could try to put it into the banner punch, but I feel like that would be maybe a little more trouble than this. And look, I could actually stamp on those two. I feel like, oh, I feel like I want to keep it, but no. Okay, no, you can't keep everything. You have tons and tons of scraps everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to use a glue dot to stick that on. I can get it up. Okay, and we're just going to put that, I think, right here. And I want to go ahead and, do I want to go ahead and put this on? Now let's go ahead and put the bling on. It doesn't really matter. You could put this on first and then do the hello and the blings and stuff. I'm just going to put a little rhinestone on the flower. And then I'm going to put a rhinestone on the end of the banner as well. Oops. Okay. So cute. I love this project. I love this set. Alright, and now I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Just going to put like 3. You could put more if you wanted to. I just feel like 3 works out fine. If you feel like you're going to be stacking them up to take make a bunch and stack them up, then you probably want to go ahead and put down at least 4, maybe 5. Alright, center this on here. Okay, and now you can fill it with goodies. See what the notch is for. And just give it to somebody. Oops. Why are we turning? I think I want to put another glue dot in here because this one, for some reason, is being mean. Where did I put my glue dots? Here they are. Okay, I'm going to pick one up with my Take Your Pick tool. I don't want that to be crooked. I don't like it crooked. What are you doing? Okay, crazy glue dots. All right, adorable. I love this project. Okay, so let me get the other ones that I did. So this one I did last night on my live, and I would have posted my live video, but it's like 2 hours and something with a lot of talking. Another project besides this one, and a box reveal. So check it out. Check that out on my Facebook page. This one I did earlier. This one has petal pink paper. This is Calypso Coral. I did one with Daffodil Delight. And then I also just did this one. This is one side of the, this is the other side of the birds, I think. Yes. So, oh, I've got all these, hang on, I got all these scraps over here. Falling apart. Okay. So this is where I cut the birds from. And on the other side of this is this really pretty pink polka dot paper. So I thought that would be really good for like bridal shower or wedding favors, baby shower, little girl baby shower. That would be really cute for that too. So there's 5 different examples of how you can do it. So you can do it with the DSP directly. Open it up and there's the rest of the DSP. This is designer series paper. It is sturdy paper, but it is not cardstock. It's stronger than your standard piece of like computer paper, but still you can see it's kind of flimsy. So I really like how sturdy these boxes are, and it's not that hard to glue the paper on, and you use less paper this way. So if you're trying to conserve, this is a good way to do it. All right, so check out my blog. Like I said, Stampin' on the Bright Side, and oh, my business page, carrieannkinky.stampinup.net. And on my blog, all the supplies will be listed. My Facebook page is Stampin' on the Bright Side. Come see what I've got going on and hang out with me. I'll do a live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So see you later. Bye. Thank you for coming.